Saving our language starts with you. Join the revolution. GenerationReo.
I still don't think that people realise that unless they do something in this generation, that the language isn't going to be around for Ngai Tahu. It's not going to be around for your grandchildren. It will die.
It's really important for Ngai Tahu families to use te reo because the language has been missing from our homes for so long.
If you leave it up to the kohanga and you don't speak it at home, well, the kids spend most of the time around their parents, don't they? And if the parents aren't speaking it to the kids, well, the kids are going to want to speak English.
It's important because we need other champions of the reo.
We can't afford to wait to sit back and wait for the iwi to deliver on things or for them to give it to us on a plate. We've got to actually get out there and work for it.
What better gift could you give your children than a language?
Ngai Tahu is on a mission to get more Māori bringing up their children speaking te reo in the home. And we want you to be part of it, part of the revolution.
Saving our language starts with you. Join the revolution. GenerationReo.
Maybe you're wondering, what is this all about? Why the urgency? Well, it's time for you to get on board the waka and join GenerationReo, because we desperately need more homes where te reo Māori is the main language. We caught up with Hannah O'Regan, a Ngai Tahu mother of two, and one of the driving forces in restoring and rejuvenating our Māori language within Ngai Tahu homes. Straight into it, because you are the person to talk to about these things. What is the state of te reo Māori in Ngai Tahu?
The reality is, of the 6,000 languages or so that are spoken internationally now, in 100 years it's estimated 1,000 of them, 1,000 of the 6,000 will survive. We'll see the next 100 years. That means that 5,000 are going to die. Do we think that, you know, with 11 families speaking te reo in the home in the south, that we're going to somehow fall into the 1,000? If it's not spoken in the home, it won't survive. The kind of commitment that we needed to get the claim settled, that generations of our tupuna fought for to get us to this point, is the kind of commitment we need for the next journey.
It takes one generation to lose a language and 3 generations to revive it. Let us be the generation that restores our language. As an attempt to restore the Māori language in the home, Ngai Tahu has developed a program called Kotahi Mano Kaika, Kotahi Mano Wawata. 1,000 homes, 1,000 aspirations.
Imagine 1,000 homes with a day-to-day language that people speak is Māori.
Currently, we have whānau around the South Island who are taking up this challenge of bringing up their children with te reo Māori at home. But we need you all to be part of this challenge.
I'm passionate about the language, something important to me, and something I want to pass on to our kids.
Knowing now that it takes one generation to lose a language, I think it's going to play an important part. Hopefully that our children will not only have a good base of reo, but have hold the values towards restoring or revitalising our language.
The long-term evidence shows that kids that are bilingual have real advantages in terms of educational achievement, and as Megan said, in terms of divergent thinking.
The world's open to them, whatever they want to do. That's part of that for them being more confident in who they are. That they know they can do anything.
The likes of, Hannah O'Regan and myself and Megan and others have been really clear that educational institutions are not going to deliver the outcome. The only thing that's going to deliver the outcome is us.
We need to make it an everyday and normal thing for our kids, and that's not going to happen by sending our kids to kura or kohanga. It needs to happen in the home.
To make it a living language, it has to live with you, and your life at kura is only a certain part of the day, so you've got to be surrounded by it.
as second language learners, we both learnt the language at high school level. We weren't raised with it in the homes, and in fact both of our homes had very little Māori there. We knew we were Māori, but in terms of te reo and tikanga and stuff, it wasn't a natural thing that happened in our daily lives, and it was something that we wanted for our tamariki, so that they didn't have to face the struggle that we've had to face in terms of relearning the language.
Whānau is also number one in my life, and that's why we've decided to bring up our children speaking te reo Māori at home, and GenerationReo is a kaupapa that we support.
Kei hea tō ihu with GenerationReo and giving them Māori language. You're giving them a gift that can't really be described in words. It's just a gift that's so spiritually sustaining.
We'll be really proud to have kids that are really strong in understanding who they are, and there is an enhanced understanding of who they are with access to the language.
The biggest thing for me is just hearing them speak Māori. It's awesome. And knowing that it's going to be theirs to hand on to their children, and hopefully it's back in the family as an intergenerational language.
Like all things, it will take work, and excuses are a dime a dozen. But you can do it, and we'll show you how. So you've decided to invest in your whānau future by bringing up your children speaking te reo Māori at home. Because we all know, home is where it's at. So let's look at how you get started.
The first thing you've got to plan is your own development in the language.
Start with what you know.
Yep.
And use that as much as you can. We have access to Māori television now, so you can expose your children to as much reo in their life as you can. If you're travelling in the car, play Māori music, te hu or moho CDs, or just those sort of things.
Start with little things like tea time, and some rituals around that, a karakia and some language across the table.
In terms of level of being fluent, you don't have to be fluent at all. Everyone's got to start somewhere.
You've got to maintain the consistency and speak Māori, even if your Māori's no good. It's better than nothing. That they get used to hearing the sounds, they get used to hearing the way things flow.
Even if you don't necessarily have te reo speakers around the place, you've still got you've still got the opportunity to go online and get books and support resources, things for the home, word lists to help you out. There's language planning tools that can help you plan how you're going to achieve what you want to achieve in te reo.
To get started, it'll take action, action, action. So come on, up you get. Yes, you. It's time to start now, right now.
You planned it to begin with, but then once you've kind of got your head around it, then it just becomes what you do.
There's always excuses. There's always something to put you off. You've got to travel too far, it costs too much, you don't have time. And for me, if you don't want to learn, there'll always be an excuse.